yet another episode of Yet Another Beer Show. I'm Colin.
And I'm Kasey.
And today we're going to try something a little bit different. We're not, well, we usually do craft brews and things like that, and we try and find interesting beers for you. But today we wanted to talk about some other beers that you may regularly have. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to do a blind taste test of 2 store-bought beers that are easy to find that Kasey picked out for me, and we're going to see if I can tell the difference between what do we have today, Kasey?
We have Miller Lite and Coors Light, 2 beers that you would find at just about any bar, restaurant, place that serves beer.
And Kasey also has the very cool, and this is a props to my uncle who loves this, wide mouth new Coors can. And Miller Lite, I think we just have a regular can, right?
Correct. So,
yeah, I don't know. Kasey's kind of running the show here because I can't see anything. But he's going to try and confuse me and see if I can figure out which one is which. Both these beers, am I looking at the camera?
There you go.
Okay. Both of these beers are not the same. They're different, and I should probably be able to tell the difference, but who knows? But I mean, I know Miller Lite tries to be a Pilsner type beer, and Coors Light is, are they a lager?
I think they're just an ale, right?
They're just kind of a regular ale, and
oh, great Pilsner taste.
Okay, so they're both Pilsners, and they both are similar big corporate American breweries. And the interesting thing here, which I guess what we're trying to prove, is whether or not it matters. Does it matter if you go to the bar and you order a Coors Light or order a Miller Lite? And
the thing is, most times you'll go to a you'll go out to a bar, a restaurant, right here.
Okay.
Right,
Am I looking at you?
You're looking at me.
Okay.
Well, your head's pointing at me.
Okay.
You'll go out to a bar or restaurant, and they won't have your favorite, but chances are they'll have one of these, and so you kind of have to decide which one will you be able to enjoy the most.
Right, and oftentimes these are where the drink specials are too. So we're just going to try and figure out whether or not anyone can tell the difference.
Yep. All right. You ready?
Yes. Right hand.
Okay.
So
you have one in your right hand.
So this is either a Coors Light or a Miller Lite.
Yes. I don't guess it. Just taste it and respond to what you taste and smell.
Should I taste both of them?
Yeah. Why don't you just talk about what you noticed about that one without trying to guess what it is?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be snooty or anything, but one of the things I notice is just kind of it's watery than most of the beers. That much waterier than most of the beers I'll have, typically. But there's actually, you can smell a good amount of hop on it. Not a ton, but a decent amount. This is the point where I would typically talk about the color, but I can't see anything. And I mean, it's kind of it's not very crisp, but it's an easy to drink taste. Easy to drink. So I'm gonna put this down.
Yes, that's down.
And then
I'll tell you, in the absence of your vision, they both are fairly similar in color. One's a little paler than the other. Careful there.
Give me a pretty solid pour.
Yeah. Close.
Now this one I can't really discern. The other one had a little bit of a hoppy nose. This one not so much. But interestingly, it has kind of more elements to its flavor than the first did. Not necessarily a hoppy flavor like you'd get from some Pilsners, but yeah, I mean, I think this one's a little bit smoother. Let me mix it up here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You got it? Okay.
All right. Muscle memory. Yeah, this is going to be tough to decide which one is which because they are actually very, very similar.
Well, let me ask you this: without knowing or even trying to guess which one is which one do you think you like better?
Oh, putting me on the spot.
I am putting you on the spot.
Corporate America's going to be mad at me. I'd have to say that the second beer,
your left-hand beer,
my left-hand beer is the one I prefer, and I think it just kind of has a little bit more of a solid flavor. There's more to it. It's a little bit less watery. And I think that's why I like this one, right? This one?
Yeah,
a little bit better. This one is still good. I mean, they're very, very similar. It's kind of like splitting hairs here. Mm. But if I had to guess, and now for the big decision, drum roll please.
Worst drum roll.
I would guess that the first I drank was the Coors Light, and the second I drank was the Miller Lite, and the one I preferred was the Miller Lite. Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Ooh! I am surprised.
You can take off the blindfold now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to leave it on.
No, I mean it was fun.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah. So the one I preferred was Coors Light.
You preferred Coors Light.
Okay.
Which is funny because I haven't done a blind taste test, but normally, given the choice between these two, I'd probably pick Miller Lite.
That's typically what I would do as well, and I'm wondering if it's because of
this bottle that your uncle loves so much.
The fancy bottle. I mean, I don't know if it's a modern can or if it's aluminum can or if it's any different than this, but let me try it with. Let's see if the eyes are different.
I'll give it a shot too.
Yeah, I think I still, I think that the second one is my preference. Now, this is the thing about this. Wow,
right?
It was dark under there. I think the thing about this is different. Is a lot of times what we'll do is we'll tell people, pour your beer out into a bottle, give it a try, let it breathe. These are beers that people never let do that.
Yeah.
Never ever. Like I don't know anyone who's like, I'm going to pour my Miller Lite into a glass because that's what I do.
Sometimes if you go out to a restaurant and you order, like, they only have bottles.
Okay.
You only have bottles. They'll bring you, like, a bottle and a glass you can choose to pour it into if you want. But, it's interesting. Granted, I know which is which as I'm drinking it, so I may be biased again. But the main difference that I'm picking up, or I guess the biggest difference, is Coors Light has a very distinct aftertaste. Whereas the Miller Lite, I don't really get much.
Yeah, there's a little bit more aftertaste there.
Yeah, I definitely get more.
So that's interesting. I mean, I think the takeaway, I did point out, I did choose Coors Light instead of Miller Lite, put on the spot, but it almost is like splitting hairs.
Yeah.
They're both American Pilsners. They're both, I mean, now that I can see, like, look at this, they're both the same color.
Yeah.
They're the same color. They have the same amount of remaining head. Really, really similar flavors. So I can't definitively tell you one is better than the other, but
you did choose.
But I did choose Coors Light.
Your uncle will be happy.
So Colin chooses Coors Light.
Whereas I think I would. Nothing against Coors Light or anyone who drinks it. I think I'd stick with Miller Lite, not having had the blind taste test.
We'll have to get Kasey some other time with different beers, different blindfold, because that one was too warm. But anyway, thanks for engaging us in this little bit of an experiment, and this was Yet Another Beer Show. That's Kasey.
That's Colin.
And keep trying new beers and experience traditional beers that you've had before in new and interesting ways. I'm gonna.
Oh, you actually did.
Oh!
And you, God, you drooled into the glass and then drank it. I guess it's going to the same place.
I got it all over my beard and everything.
Ugh.